Hello, and welcome to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the injury market's top program for doctors, lawyers, and insurers who want to gain greater insight on how to improve patient recovery results and deliver better services in the U.S. injury market. Please welcome your host, Dr. Jeffrey Allen Kronk.
Hello, doctors. Today, what I want to talk about is what do you do with your attorney after your first case together settles? What do you do with your attorney after your first case settles? Okay, so a lot of doctors actually in the injury space want to develop relationships with attorneys, and I think it's not a bad idea. I completely understand that, and it makes a lot of sense to me. Of course, you would want to develop relationships with attorneys, and of course, you would want those relationships to be really good, really fruitful, and good relationships are fruitful both ways, right? So to be in a truly great relationship, it has to be equal you got to be somewhat equal. You have to be willing to give as much as you're willing to receive. So it's a give and take relationship. And with an attorney relationship, there's no difference. That's no different. So you've been working for months, maybe years, trying to actually develop a relationship with this particular attorney. We're just going to use attorney A. You've been trying to develop a relationship with him. You've been talking to him. You've been educating him. You've been sending follow-up emails to them. You've done a lot of things to actually engage them in a relationship. They finally sent you over a patient, a client, their client, your patient now. You've done a good job with the patient. They resolved the claim. They resolved this, which is a settlement. And now what do you do? Well, if you're like most doctors, you don't do anything. You just sit there and say, oh, this is great. This is great. Hey, send me some more. Send me some more. I want some more. Send me some more. But there's a big step that you're missing, and it's a big follow-up step. I teach a professional follow-up course, and I teach a lot of steps and tips to help you not only get professional relationships, but what to do when you get them, and then how to maintain them once they're established and they're active. So in this part, you've just had a patient, your first patient with this attorney that you want to do business with, did their first settlement. So what do? Most doctors, nothing. What should you do? You should call them. Call him and ask him how it went. Call him and ask him if there's anything that you could do to improve your service. Was there anything that he did not like or she did not like? When I say he, I mean he or she. It doesn't matter. It's a unisex term practically. I just mean the attorney. You find out if there's anything that the attorney liked or disliked about your service. You're going to survey them. You're going to survey them because that's the way you're going to improve the relationship. That's the way you're going to improve your service. And I'm going to tell you right now, just the fact that you called them, just the fact that you called and said, how did you like it? Is there anything that we could do? Makes you totally unique. It makes you totally unique in the market. Never happens. That never happens. Right? But you are a doctor who wants to develop long-term relationships. You want to develop good relationships. And part of those good relationships is communication. And this is a key communication step. Long term, you want to actually communicate with that attorney so that you can provide better and better service. Now, in that call, remember, you may have their text number, right? Because if you have a personal relationship with the attorney, if you do it the way I teach you to do it, you're going to have a cell phone text. And so it's very easy. Hey, John, I see Mary Smith's case just settled. Got a minute to talk about it? You text them. If not, you leave them a phone message. If not, you call. Just pick up the phone and call them. But you want to talk to them. Don't do this through text. Do this by picking up the phone and personally talking to them. And you will find that your relationship will strengthen. It will strengthen. Now, you could have the attorney say, oh, whatever, yeah, it was good, and not give you much time or communication. Doesn't matter. They still remember it. They still remember it. And remember, never take that personally because you have no idea. I mean, they could be, have 5 lawsuits that they need to file that day and they were just super, super busy. You never know what's going on in a person's personal life or anything else. Don't take a negative response negatively. Don't introvert on it. Don't do that at all. And remember, what you're trying to help them do and what you're trying to help them establish. I'm sitting there on the other end of the call knowing full well that if they do more business with me, they will do better business for themselves. And better business for themselves means that they will have less stress and they'll make more money than they are with other doctors. So I want to expand that. I want to help them. I want to help their family. I want to help to put their kids in better colleges, in better schools. I want them to eat better food. I want them to have better housing, drive better cars. That's what I want for them. And so that's why I'm concerned enough to actually get on the phone and call and say, hey, how was this? You know, was there anything in the documentation that you didn't understand? Anything that we can improve? Did reports get over to you quick enough? When you requested records, was it quick enough? So you want to call and you want to survey, how was your service? And then just listen. Do this and you will be 90%, 100% ahead of the majority of doctors in the market, because it does not happen. So every time that I do a podcast, I just take a short topic, do a little bit of a riff on it, get you to go, that makes a lot of sense, or no. But what I really want is feedback. If you have feedback for us, either put it down below in the comments or call us at Smart Injury Doctors at 800-940-6513. And if you got a topic, or let's say you got 10 topics you want me to talk about, it doesn't matter. Call us up. Let us know what you want us to talk about on these podcasts, and I'll riff on that subject. I'll talk on that subject. As always, doctors, I appreciate your time, your attention, and what you do, and I look forward to seeing you on the next podcast. Thank you.
You've been listening to the Smart Injury Doctors Podcast, the #1 audio production show for professionals in the U.S. injury market that want to deliver better injury services to the patients, clients, or insureds they serve. If you like what you heard today, please leave us a review and don't forget to join us on our next program.